draw yesterday, actually. We started the draw yesterday, which was fantastic. I think we've done all the stores in Enugu already. So today we're doing the stores outside Enugu. And then we have a star prize, which will be done on Friday. So I think somebody's Christmas is about to be lit, you know, very soon by the time somebody wins it. Then on the 26th, you know, we're having a corporate event, you know, to celebrate, you know, talk about the whole thing, how it has been in a documentary, you know. Then on Sunday we're having our Thanksgiving in church, you know, to just be happy. You know, when you look back at how far the business has grown, more than 1,300 staff, to 1,500 direct and indirect. That's a lot. That's you impacting a whole lot in the community, in the state, and in Nigeria at large.
What other project are you embarking on?
When you mean project, what kind of project do you mean?
I'm talking about community projects, other community-related projects.
Oh yeah, we do.
Apart from the, you know, the raffle draw you talked about.
Well, apart from the raffle draw we talked about, basically I think we're always supporting a lot of NGOs. To be honest, that's what we do on a regular. I don't think it's not left for 25 years. I think we're always supporting, giving back to the community. You know. What's the word to use? Giving back to the community as much as we can, you know, helping less privileged. That's what we do all the time. I think that's what it's about. I feel these are the people who come to you too. These are the people who have helped the business. So the best you can is to give back to them. And what best way can you give by employing as many people as when you employ one family, you've taken out that family from poverty, and you know you're indirectly helping like 5-10 people. You know, when I say indirectly, if I give a number, it's probably like 2,000, 2,500, because when I employ KK is taking care of the children, taking care of uncles, aunties, and everything. So that's a big deal for us.
Yeah. Speaking of employees now, you go into your stores and then you see them, you know, the way they react to people are one of the reasons why people keep coming. Because anytime in fact, I've never seen you in the store before, but I've seen your staff almost every single time I go there. You can't tell me that paying their salary timely is the reason why they're that nice.
No, to be honest, I think you have to talk a lot. It takes a lot of work.
Exactly.
You know, in Nigeria, staff in Nigeria is hard. It's very hard. Any business, they know this, because sometimes you walk into a store and people are nonchalant. I had that experience in a different store, which I'm not going to mention. I went into it and they were pressing their phones. They were watching a movie on the phone, but I was there. I got irritated and I left. For me, they know how I can be. Like, I'm very strict about how you treat my customers. Like, for me, I tell them, any customer that walks into Roban is a privilege for us. We're not doing anybody any favors. They are doing us favors by being here. So they get to understand. We talk about it every day. We have trainings. It's a constant thing. And the thing is, in Nigeria, to be honest, you have to be very strict and very firm about things. You know, as much as, you know, the atmosphere is fantastic, it's a family, it's like a family too. You know, if you want to get the best out of the kids, you have to train them. You have to be firm about it. But that doesn't mean that they don't love you or they're not going to do their part. So we're very firm about it. They understand it. You know, we teach it. Is as much as being firm, we teach these things. We talk about it every day. It's like a poem that they get to sing every single day. So they understand that this is a big deal. They understand that you can't play. And you know the thing about it, when you walk into our stores, we have name tags. So the name tag thing is a very psychological thing. You know, when people, prior to name tags, people would misbehave. But when you know your name is there, you never know who can put a call across. And there's some, so people were very firm about it. Because someone told me last time that Roban is a store where you go to, you don't see people sitting in one corner talking. I say, why do you do that? I say, Omo, if you know the kind of energy we put into training them and, you know, speaking about these things and showing them, they understand. So they know we don't take this for granted. So I think that's the way we've been able to do it, to control it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of, and by being there, because the truth is, every business is like that. When they know I can come in at any time. Yeah, because the thing that will kill a business in Nigeria is you staying in your office and crossing your legs, and you have to be there. You might not have seen me because when I come in, it's very quick. You know, I'm there 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I'm gone. I'm there 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I'm gone. I've seen what I want to see. So you never know when whoever from management is going to be there. So everybody's on their toes. Because they know that they can see. And I watch them. You know, I watch them. Yes, so on my phone, on my laptop, even if I'm not there, I can watch, and next thing you're calling them, who is this person doing this? Who is this person? So they know. So everybody's on their toes. When they know that there's an eye, you know, there's somebody looking, either maybe they will see you physically or maybe you're seeing them through the CCTV. So Thank
How
God for technology.
how do you pass this mindset to other management members? How do you sell this vision? Because it is very important. If business is like this, because just like you said, we don't want to call stores, but
Yeah.
you go into stores and then you find people just like this guy about their work.
Yeah.
But how do you pass this mindset to people?
There's something I always tell them. I always tell them something. I tell them, in a business, it's good to know your business. Know your business inside out. Don't let people dictate your business for you. I tell them something. I trained whoever trained, whoever trained, whoever trained, whoever. So that means that even if you're gone, the business continues because the message keeps going down and down and down. They keep passing it. So because of course I'm not going to be in every store passing the message, but the people who are there's a hierarchy basically. So if I'm passing this information to them, they're passing it down and down and down. And when they don't get to pass it, of course, it's a big problem. You have to answer queries why you haven't done things the way they are meant to be done. The business has grown. Before it was when we are opposite Polo Park, it's easy for you to just come in the morning, stand at the door and shout. Everybody hears you. Not anymore. There are many locations now, so we just keep passing info. We're passing information every single day. In the morning, in the afternoon, at night, the same information. You keep passing the information. You don't stop. It's like a Christian who wants to grow. You study, you take time, you spend time in God's presence, you read and read and read. You don't just read your Bible today and say, okay, that's it, I'm done. It's a continuous thing. So just like that's for business, it's a continuous thing. You keep telling them, you keep pushing them, and over time they start to do it even without knowing.
So I wanted to know, a lot of people would want to have a store like this. Yeah, they would want to be looking up to this particular urban store and how expanding you guys are doing. So I want to know, what role does sustainability do? Because is it something about money, having the amount, having the to start up with the business huge capital, or is there some other things that are playing the major roles in terms of sustainability for someone who won't have who is looking up to Raban store?
The first thing I'll say is passion. You have to love what you want to do.
Okay.
Like Nigerians, they do that a lot. Hey, my friend is into a retail business. Let me go and, because I have the money, let me go and open it. Or my friend has a hotel. Let me go and open a hotel. You have to be passionate about what you want to do. And then the second one, you have to know your business inside out. That's how you can be sustainable. When the problem is there are businesses where the people at the top, they don't have idea of the basic things. Like you have to. When I mean retail, there are too many moving parts in retail. It's not like a hotel business which can be a bit straightforward. You have a lot of. For us, we have more than 30,000 products. So we are working with up to more than 500, 600 suppliers. You have to know your business. When you know your business can stay as much as you can. And also, if you're looking to, when you say sustainability is now when you talk about the first generation, second generation, third generation. For me, someone like me, for an example, growing up, I was always in my father's office. You see, the problem they have in Nigeria, there's that thing that they attach to when he gets married, then we'll bring him. They always believe that when you get married, you're not mature. It has nothing to do with business. No matter the kind of experience, even if you're a CEO, a chairman of a different company, maybe in the aviation sector, you're the president of one airline or something. Even if you're running for 30 years, when you come to retail, you're going to start from the beginning. It's a different thing. You learn the business. Yes, you might have an experience of running a business, but what works for A doesn't necessarily work for B.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the sustainability has always been there, always learning, from primary school. I was always in his office playing. I never knew what he was doing, but I was just always there, seeing him take meetings, seeing him do many things. And over time, I started to join into the business. Even when I was in uni, I was always selling things, the retail has been in me since. But I wanted to go into movies. When you always have a second passion.
Yeah.
When you have a second passion where you know what you want, but you wanted to try something else. It has always been there. I wanted to go into movie production. It was another passion I had. But at some point, I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine. He told me, Rob, since I've known you, you've been selling, you've been in. Because I remember a friend of mine then, he would bring in things, he imports things when we're in school. He would bring in things and tell me, okay, Rob, I want you to sell this one for 20 naira, this one 25 naira. He said, no problem. He'll give it to me. That one he wants me to sell for 20, I'll sell it for 30, 40. I made more money than him selling all those things. So, and he'll tell you, Rob is the one with the sweet mouth. He knows how to do it. So, retail has always been, when there's something inside you, but you're trying to do something. Because I felt, the movie one, I felt there was a huge gap. That the industry wasn't good enough, to do something that will make it better. So I feel for us, you have to be there. Like me, oh, my kids also will start playing in my office. They come once in a while. They're just there. Whether they understand what is going on, they don't understand they are just always there, just around playing, doing what they have to do. So for me, I think that's where the sustainability comes. You learn it. It's inside you. What's inside you is different from what you hear or what. Then when I went to for my master's, I mastered in management. Of course,
Okay.
as you're growing, you're learning these things, and over time now. I think that's the part people need to learn. I did a TED talk once, and I said that parents need to learn to bring their kids closer. The reason we have a lot of bad businesses are not sustainable in Nigeria. It's not down to the second generation. The first generation has a lot to blame. This is a different angle now, because they always say that the second generation, they're just there to spend the money, they are privileged. But how many of them? Think about it. Most of these men, none of their kids are in this business. None. They never bring them close. They'll tell you, don't worry, Jim, go and do this one. Go and do 25 degrees. Go and study this in school. But it's not about studying that. You have to bring them close. You really have to bring them close. Then over time, then the rewards start to come. Do you understand what I'm saying? The first generation, they need to learn. They need to learn to bring the second generation, which is their kids, into the business early enough so that they can make mistakes. They can correct them. You don't expect me getting married doesn't make me know the business. Some businesses will take you 10 years to learn. Functional role is, I'm 10 years plus now as a functional role, but I've been in the business all my life. But in that 10 years, you've learned a lot and you're still learning. Because wisdom is never enough. They get some things that my father still tells me, he still drops the wisdom. Then you get to understand why business is not about going to school. So there are things that their wisdom, I call it knowledge, that they drop, and you say, okay. He did his masters. He went to school before coming into it. But there are things you always have to learn from them, and these are things that a son can learn from a father by being close, if you bring them close. But most times they don't, and the business will not go far, no matter how responsible your child is. Even if your child is not the promiscuous type, if you don't bring him close, that business will fold.
Okay, so what is behind the sources of Roban store? What lies behind Roban?
I've said it before many times. I said it's the God factor. That's it. There's nothing that I tell people that when I hate when people who are quite successful, when they want to talk about how to be successful, they say hard work. Yes, you work hard. Don't get me wrong. You have to work hard. You probably sleep less hours than every other person, but no problem. But that barrel pusher in the market, is he not working hard? Oh yeah, he's working hard. So if God is merciful to you, you will do it, because there's also a bunch of people who have great ideas, but they don't have the chance to do the same thing you're doing. So when you still work hard, just like footballers, there are many footballers out there on the streets who are way better than people you watch on TV. But it's the chance. Everything in life is about the chance. So for me, I always say it's the God factor. As much as you have to know your business, as much as you have to work hard, if God is graceful or is merciful to you, then that's it. You're going.
Okay. Interesting. You said something about 30,000 products, and I wanted to ask about quality control.
Yeah.
But before I go there, why the color? Why that color in particular?
What color?
The color, your color.
Oh, brick
red. Why?
Brick red, I think, is just something that just stuck with us over time, and we've just started. I know people I think it's a bit controversial, because some people tell you, it's a bit too dark, it's a bit too this, but it's just the color that, we just came. Where sometimes something just pops to mind, and, and then you just start going with it, and it's been like that ever since.
Yeah, amazing. So now, 30,000 products. How do you do your quality control?
The truth is, I remember someone who came one time. He was privileged to set up a store with us. He was there from the beginning of the setup, seeing how we get the products, those products on the shelf. And he was like, sometimes when you walk into a store and just see products sitting there, you think it's easy. But being, walking from behind, that's where the hard work is. And the thing about the quality of our products, trust me, as much as we have 30,000, probably in the past 3 months, we've probably taken off more than 300, 400 products off the shelf. Yeah, we're that strict. We're very strict. So as much as you're seeing, products are coming in, products are going out. Because sometimes they start well. Because the problem is, as soon as we hear from customers, we'll have a little, because we source directly. When we have all these controversies about this product, I say, no, that's not for us. We get directly from from the producers or whoever it is, and then we sell. But as soon as we get some type of comments and over, that product is gone. It's blacklisted forever. That's yes, we're that strict, and we're never going to sell. We are like, for example, let me tell you what one we're big on. When it comes to cosmetics, you see the lightening cream. Oh, I'm not a big fan of lightening cream. Yes, I feel like it's killing a lot of ladies. You see a lot of people in that section. You see people who are dark. I know some of my customers that the cream, they've gone from black to yellow, and they are still very, very consistent about it. And this thing is causing a lot of cancer, this product. So because of it, I've blacklisted more than 60% of it.
Not because of a complaint, but because of...
Yeah, because of what you can do. Yes, for me, I think ours is not only about what people are saying, it's about morals too. There are things we don't want to push. It's very, very, for me, it's a big deal. If something I know that is, before you can, anything that has, these ones that they tell you quick action, 7 days, all those ones are horrible. People need to stop, using them. It's bad for your skin. It's bad. So because of that, I stopped. I reduced. We blacklisted 60%. That's a huge number. And we're still blacklisting. And some of them are not even getting on the shelves because they come every day. As much as there's a lot of money, trust me, there's a lot of money in the brightening or lightening. Yeah. There's a lot. They are making so much money. That's why when you're driving on the street, you see billboards, you see this lightning. Before you move 2 minutes, there's another one. There's another one. So they're making so much money. But us, morally, we don't. It's not a thing of always getting something that is popular. There are many things that are popular, but we don't sell them. It has to do with morals too. We check and be sure that it passes that too.
I like the fact that you guys have that continuity in all of your buildings.
Oh yes.
You know that your barbing salon is How come you
not all of them actually. If you can see Independence Layout, Abani, Transekulu, yes, those ones don't have it. It do as the earlier ones. So, but later on, we now started going into, like we say, our business is real estate too. We now started going into it more. Trying to have other people like the barber shops, the pharmacies. These are things that as much as we need, it's important for every business. If we cannot sell, as I said, Roban gives you almost everything. We're going to give you 80% of the product. Then pharmacy is there to supplement. The barber shop too. You can cut your hair of our business, and this has been going with all our new stores.
Thank you very much,
no problem.
Robert. Awatu.
Yes.
Awatu. I was expecting, because this is the 25 years, I was expecting to, to see Roban bread on the
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll send one here. I'll send a couple here. Yes.
Thank you very much, Oyebuchi Robert Awatu. We're talking about the retail business in Southeast Nigeria. And of course, Roban Stores at 25. He is the executive director, Roban Group. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you very much.
All right, that's it for this particular segment. We'll be moving ahead to the entertainment news and entertainment gist and every other thing you need to know about what's happening in the entertainment industry this morning. Do stay with us and do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Another day, another buzz from the entertainment world on our entertainment news. I am Quincy Rowland, your host for this exciting journey. Moving on, we have singer Initimi Alfred Odom, popularly known as Timaya, has lamented about the current hardships in the globe. He noted that while economic hardship is a global phenomenon, it's more severe in Nigeria than anywhere else. Timaya spoke in a recent interview with Channels Television. Timaya also spoke on the effects of the current economic hardship on the entertainment industry. Popular Nollywood actor Halima Abubakar has apologized to Apostle Johnson Suleiman of Omega Fire Ministries for defaming of character. Abubakar admitted to spread falsehood against Suleiman and causing him pain via social media. The drama between Halima Abubakar and Apostle Suleiman started in 2022 when the actress became bedridden following her altercation with the clergyman. While sick, the actress's family took to social media to call out the clergyman to stay away from her. But many alleged that the actress was battling an autoimmune disease, which she debunked by sharing her medical reports. However, Halima Abubakar sought the apology to Apostle Suleiman in a letter sent to the clergyman. She also expressed deep regret for tarnishing his image, hoping her letter could repair the damage to an extent. And we have controversial Nigerian comedian Oluwaseyitan Aletile, also known as Sheylaw, has revealed that he prefers having a mistress to taking a second wife. The 41-year-old comic star disclosed this while featuring in a recent episode of Hip TV program Trending, where he shared some of his personal preferences. The host Pascal asked, "Would you rather have a side chick or marry another wife?" Sheylaw replied, "Side chick." On the three words that best describes him, the comedian said integrity, grace, and happy. He urged viewers to emulate his character by loving their families and being compassionate. Sheylaw is married to his wife, Stacey Aletile. Afrobeat singer Aresta has lamented over the effect of her busy schedule as an artist on her looks. The songstress said despite being born in 2002, she already feels old. She revealed that when she meets people born in the 90s who were younger and more vibrant than her. Star spoke to Rode in Nairobi, Kenya, on what inspires her creative process. The singer said, "I feel like the more I make music, the more I recognize what my part is and what I am trying to do." And on the foreign scene, we have Britain's King Charles and Queen Camilla touched down in Samoa Wednesday evening, launching it to the Pacific nation. Charles, the symbolic head of the Commonwealth, is traveling to Samoa for the 75th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM. Over half of the Commonwealth members are small states, many of them Pacific Island nations, facing the threats of rising sea levels caused by climate change. The leaders are expected to make a declaration on protecting the ocean, with climate change a key topic for discussion. He is expected to leave Samoa on Saturday morning. And we have a robot playing the cello has performed alongside a symphony orchestra reportedly for the first time in music history. Last week, the robot played at Malmö Live Concert Hall in southern Sweden alongside the Malmö Symphony Orchestra at the premiere of a new work specially written for the robot by Swedish composer Jacob Malrad. The robot cello, combining industrial robotic arms with 3D printers parts attached to it, was designed and developed by researcher and composer Frederick Gran, who programmed the robot using Morad's composer for blending classical music with modern influences, said it was interesting to see how his music score translated to code and then to the robotic cello, describing the experience as liberating. Morad classified that the cello robot, while a refined piece of hardware, does not employ artificial intelligence (AI). However, incorporating is something they are doing for future projects. Despite Morad's excitement about the concept and the possibilities of robotic mixture, he also believes it will replace human beings. That's the sizable package. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and share our content on all social media platforms. Until next time, stay informed.
It's been an amazing time with you right here on Signature Morning, Signature Television. Okay, this is Thursday, and I look forward to many positive things. Josh.
Yes, but one of the terrifying things I saw on the entertainment news is that AI can now play the what's that thing called? Not the violin, but the other one, that big one. I've forgotten the name. You can help me, but
the guitar.
No, not the guitar, but the big one. Yes, it plays like guitar. But
well, if you don't know it, it doesn't exist.
But it's terrifying now that AI can
play.
Yes,
wow,
it's quite terrifying. AI will start replacing a lot of people.
But one thing I'm so particular about is the fact that I don't know, but in years to come, I fear that AI is going to turn people into zombies. I'm not talking about the creepy zombies. I'm talking about when you will be going, you won't be able to make use of your brain because literally AI is going to do everything for you. Yeah, robot is going to help you bring your food, in fact, feed you to the point that you will not be productive, you don't have anything to offer again. It makes humanity as if is less important. I don't know, but let's
Well,
not reach that
it
extent.
is
In as much as
scary.
I applaud AI and
Yes.
innovation, technology. It can't replace the intellect of people. It should not
should be- yes, it should
replace.
not, it should
Yes,
not.
it should not replace the inherent knowledge that we're born with, the
Creativity.
resilience, the creativity, and everything. So I don't know, but well,
Well,
we
we'll
all
start,
love
where we can
the-
start from is we can start telling students to stop using AI to do their assignments.
that makes them their work much more easier. So telling them not to, continue to do that is still another thing. So
Well, know how to balance it. So that
make
you
sure
don't
you're
become-
creative. In as much as you're sourcing
Yes.
from AI, there are many things you can do your research, and
Research,
then
yes.
maybe
Add your
AI can
research,
help you
you
to
know, balance
restructure
it.
the sentence and
You
everything.
get.
So let it not be that the 100% knowledge and information is coming just from AI. Have something to offer. It's been an awesome time here. And I'm so happy. Today is Thursday. This is the throwback. So I'm throwing back to all the heroes as always. I know this isn't 1st October, but I keep on throwing back to the beautiful time that my mom, my dad used to tell me stories, growing up about how things were actually very good before, and how heroes, they fought for Nigeria, they fought for freedom and all of that. So I'm throwing back to all the heroes past, those I wasn't able to meet. So kudos to you guys, and I hope that my generation, they call us Gen Z. I hope
Well,
that
I'm
our
not Gen Z, just put it out.
okay, Gen why?
We are millennials.
I hope that this time around we're gonna make heroes out of our generation.
Well, this is all we can take from the ENUGU studio. Of course, from the newspaper headlines, studio reviews with Chris Madika, and then the interview we just had for retail business. All of these interviews you can find on our YouTube channel. Just go back, you can like, share, and subscribe. We want you to subscribe and turn on the notification so that when we have new videos, you know about them very, very quickly. My name is Mr. Joshua Oritogun,
And I am Belinda Nwobodo.
and this is we saying goodbye, but stay tuned because Abuja Studio comes up right away.
The high level or increase of unemployment is individuals' fault. Majority of the people blames it on the government. Because I look at it that majority of us went to school to study how to be employed and not to become employers. You understand what I'm saying now? So a situation whereby you are being programmed or being worked on in such a way that you believe that once you finish your education, there is a government job such as white collar not job awaiting you, then we are deceiving ourselves. But I am trying to tell us that if you went to the school to acquire knowledge and put the knowledge into work, it will benefit both you, the society where you are, and the entire nation.
The high level of unemployment in Nigeria is alarming, like it's mind-blowing. It keeps getting worse by the day, like people are getting unemployed on a daily basis. You see students graduating from school, like no work, no job. So I won't say it's anybody's fault. Individuals have to put in effort to mitigate it. Then government, it is their duty to make sure that there is a way that students or graduates should be employed. And I think the ways to mitigate it or to make it a bit easy for everybody is to encourage entrepreneurship. Encourage entrepreneurship is very, very important. It's very, very necessary for people to be equipped to have what to do, a kind of handwork, anything that will make someone to be engaged in order to earn money for him or herself.
High rate of unemployment in Nigeria first is caused by we the Nigerians. And why? Because we already know that there are no jobs out there. So why then do we depend or lean on getting white collar jobs when there are none? the federal government is not doing anything to help us and to what do I say, to give us something meaningful. Let me just stop there, to give us something meaningful. When you go out there, outside the country, definitely there are jobs there where you be able to fetch money for yourself and fend for your family. But here, it is well.
High level of unemployment, obviously is on the leadership now. It's very, very obvious, because in a country that everything, you know, the consumption rate is higher than the production rate, what do you expect? Obviously unemployment to be very high. So I guess one of the ways, and we all know it, and the government knows it, is just that the guys who, you know, made the country this way are benefiting from it. So basically it's just to increase the productivity of the country. Look at places like Aba that produces, you know, the kind of, despite the, you know, financial instability they have, they can still produce such, you know, well-crafted work, creative work. For them to do that kind of thing, imagine if money is pumped into that area. You know, a lot of things can be done. For instance, Peter Obida, you know, his convoy is made of Innocence, you know, he bought Innocence car as his convoy. It's because, you know, he's trying to increase the productivity of Nigerians. And I feel if we focus on that area, things can be done to, you know, make the country better.
Well, I believe the high level of unemployment is basically, let's say the government, because first off, the government isn't providing enough opportunities, both